What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Beginner Bike Giveaway Series. Today we are going to be talking about our little Ninja here. Perhaps the runt of the litter. Wrongfully so. I think it's a good little bike. Perhaps not my favorite. The CB is, of course, my favorite. But I did want to take it out today, and we're going to do a little bit of a moto vlog. As you can tell, I am not Yammie. Yammie is off talking to his lawyers, trying to trademark the term Ducati Biscotti this morning. That's actually not true. He's hanging out at Eagles Canyon Raceway, turning some laps on the new full circuit. And I am going to take you guys out for my maiden moto vlog. How awesome is that? But before we go do that, it would be remiss of me to not remind you that we are giving all of these motorcycles away. Each one is going to go to one lucky winner. You can click down below and get registered. I believe today is November 17th, which means our new website is officially live. So you can go to yammienoob.co, that's not .com, .co, the link will be down in the description, and you can get yourself signed up to win one of these fantastic little bikes. And you can actually see we got the DRZ's new Leo Vinci on there. Did that earlier this week. So click that link in the description below, get yourself registered, and you'll get some discount codes on merch, you'll get access to our Discord server, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff we're cooking up in the meantime. But without further ado, let's take the little Ninja out, and we're going to talk a little bit today about group rides. I know Yam has already rendered his opinion on the subject, but I do think I have a slightly dissenting opinion, perhaps. I do think group rides are great, and everyone should go do them, especially if you've got a little bike like this. So without further ado, let's get out there. Alright guys, so we are on our way up north to a little coffee shop called Lola Savannah, where I will be meeting my group for today's ride. And I thought this would be a great time to talk about the kind of highway ability of the Ninja 400 here. It'd be great if it was a 500. It's a Ninja 400. So yeah, let's take a quick second and talk about how it is on the highway, because I feel like we've talked about it a little bit, but that may have gotten cut out, and you know, we got some time. So the biggest thing to note about the Ninja on the highway is that it works. You don't have to worry about it. You know, a lot of people are getting these little bikes and they're like, can it keep up on a Texas highway or a faster highway? Texas speeds are usually between like 70 and 80 on the highway. And it absolutely can. You know, it totally is capable of being on a Texas highway. Let's do a little bit of a... Yeah, there we go. See? You know, it's perhaps not the fastest bike in the whole wide world, but it's perfectly fine just cruising on a highway. A couple of things that I might do to make it even better, though, would be add a little bit of a taller windscreen. If you can feel, I'm gonna channel Zach Kortz here a little bit, but you can feel the wind blast kind of coming off the top of the windscreen and hitting me right about in the chin. I sit probably taller up than the average the average buyer of this bike, but I would like a slightly taller windscreen. And these mirrors are quite a reach, and they're kind of in the wrong spot. So those are really the only two fixes that I would do to really make this a highway bike. But as far as the seating position goes, I mean, I'm totally comfortable. You know, aside from the wind, I'm totally comfortable sitting on this, and I could sit on it for hours. I really could, just because of how super standard the seating position is. It's kind of weird to get on a bike that sits just like a naked bike. And I think that comes down to the fact that this was, or probably does, share a lot of the same DNA with the Naked Z400, I think. The Z400, the little baby naked bike. But yeah, it's totally fine here. And as for passing power, you know, we've got some cars here and they're doing probably about 50 something. So let's do just a little bit. Drop a gear, let it come on. I mean, I'm going by these guys, no problem, no problem. So if you're at all worried about the Ninja 400 on a highway, my simple answer is don't be. Just don't be. It's completely capable of doing anything that you want on a highway. Unless you're trying to do like a 100 to 160 pull, which, why are you doing that? You should be leaving that behavior at the track. Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's perfectly capable on a highway. So take that for what you will. I'm gonna pull off here, grab some gas, and then we're gonna meet up with our group and we're gonna get on with it. Apparently, it is 5:50 in the morning here. You gotta get up super early to go for group rides here in Texas. I'm just kidding. The clock is wrong. We haven't set it, and we probably won't. So, for those folks who are gonna notice that kind of thing, meh. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you our quote-unquote competition for the day. We've got a XSR 900 with that Yoshimura full system on there, looking very sharp. Harley Davidson Iron 883, a R6, CBR 1000 double R, not the CBR 1000 double R, RSP Pirate Edition, Yarg. No, it's CBR 1000 double R, but this thing is fast and looking sharp. And then down here with our little Ninja, not sure if you can see that right there, but that is a Tuono V4 and an FZ09. So we've got quite the group, and there's actually another Tuono over there. I'm not sure if he's with us. I think he is. Actually, that's not a Tuono. That's an RSV4. Good grief. We've got some nice bikes out here today. So, can the little Ninja keep up? That is the question we are going to answer today. Spoiler alert, it absolutely can, and that's not what matters, and we're going to talk about it. But, with that being said, let's get out on the road. Oh wait, hold on. KTM 1290 Adventure. The little number 5 on it from going to Twist Off last weekend. So, again, big bikes today. It's kind of weird for me being the guy on the littlest bike, but we're gonna have fun regardless. All right, guys, so hop, skip, and a jump cut away, and we are here at the top of Lime Creek, which, as I said earlier, is one of the most popular motorcycle roads in Austin, Texas proper. You know, you can get outside of town quite a bit and see some better ones, but this one is actually very close to downtown. And it rivals City Park as being, you know, one of the nice twisty curvy roads around here. And now that we're kind of out on some prettier roads, I wanted to talk about some of the more important elements of group riding, because again, I think Yam, you know, he's gone on record and saying that, you know, group riding is something that you should do later on in your motorcycling career. And I agree with him a little bit. I personally think that group riding is one of the best ways for you to really improve yourself as a rider, because it's such an active thing, right? You're in a group and you have to be focused the whole time. And so you're focused on your riding, you're focused on this, that, and the other thing. And really is about etiquette, okay? So this group, by the way, is called the Sons of Technology. I'm a member of them. And we ride all of the time in these kind of big groups. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bikes today. That's a big group. And we have, you know, a kind of unspoken set of rules, okay? The first rule is you're going to pass your signals back, right? So we ride in this staggered formation so that you can easily pass a signal back. Dave up there, who's at the front on the CBR 1000, if he sees something in the road, he'll stick his foot out and point at it. And then it's up to everyone else in the column to pass that signal back. They'll mimic the put the foot down or whatever, and let everybody else know that something's going on, right? Because we're not all hooked up on comm systems here. So that's one of the big things. The second is don't ride, you know, you don't want to ride like a jackass, okay? You're in a group with other people. Everyone's out here to have fun. And the worst thing you can do as a rider in a group ride is go down and slow up the whole group because, you know, you had some urge to be a man about your bike. It's more fun for everyone to just, you know, wait a little bit at the next stop sign for you to catch up than for you to ride beyond your limits. So really just ride your own ride. And then number 3, you know, again, group rides are meant to be fun. So don't bring your ego in. Don't do anything like that. And just come out here and enjoy the fact that you're with a bunch of other people who enjoy motorcycles and good roads and pretty days. So those are kind of my 3 things about group rides. And really, I do think that there's something that everybody should do. I learned more as a motorcyclist riding in a group than I did riding by myself. And again, everyone's experience varies a little bit. But I really do believe in the value of group riding. Now, with that said, how's the little Ninja doing on roads that are nice and twisty with bikes that are way outside of its class? Now, as you can see, I can still see that CBR 1000 RR right up ahead. You know, I can't in the curve here, which I'm focusing on right now. But when I come out, I'll see him again. You know, there he is, blue helmet way at the front. So the Ninja's doing just fine. It really is. And that comes down to that don't ride like a jackass rule. You know, it's better for everyone to make it than to not. So just ride at your pace and you'll do just fine, honestly. And that's again, it's something that I want to bring up is group rides aren't competitions. They just aren't. You're here to have fun. So have fun and don't worry about where you are in the line or, you know, slowing anybody down. It's this thing that you have to really kind of disassociate with group rides, is that need to be at that big fast man, you know. Leave that at the track. That's where it belongs. It does not belong out here on a road. Giving this guy a little bit of room so that I can corner up on him. But man alive, this Ninja, oh, it makes you ride faster. I can ride this thing faster than I can ride my Interceptor. Oh man, this thing is great out here. It's so much fun. It really is. Like, I'm sitting here on this bike. I'm 230 pounds, and it's just yanking me along through these curvies just as good as that, you know, XSR up there, or just as good as that 1290. It is hanging every little bit. And of course, when the straights come and these guys open up those bikes, they'll leave me. But the thing is we're not on a racetrack, so they're not going to do it. You know, the fastest they may go on a road like this is, you know, maybe 70 on a straight, just maybe. But it's, you know, you're not out here to go. You know, you're not setting any land speed records. There's no point. And it's because of stuff like that that you can bring a little Ninja 400 out to a group with all of these like big, super hyper sports, big adventure bikes with a ton of torque, and little XSRs that are just, you know, they're a beefy wheelie monster. You know, all it wants to do is rip that front wheel off the ground. And this little Ninja, it's gonna hang all day. And you know what? While you're hanging with all these bikes, it's gonna put a gigantic smile on your face. It really is. I'm having so much fun on this little bike. It's just great. You know, I know Yam is a little bullish on it. You know, the premium mediocre thing. But my God, if it's premium mediocre, then sign me up. You know, I'm all okay with the milquetoast option. See, here we go. A little bit of a straight and an uphill. They left me there, but I caught right back up. Oh boy, how long is he gonna leave his blinker on? Come on, Rob. Come on, you can turn it off. I believe in you. We gotta get him some Buick blinkers. Wrong gear. Go, little Ninja, go, go, go. It's so good. I can just flick this thing into a corner so easily. It'll just bend over so quickly, just the littlest inputs. It really is such a fun bike to ride. And you know, I'm sitting here working the gearbox, you know, banging through the gears, letting the engine really kind of sing on me. And these guys on these bigger bikes, I'm not seeing them do any kind of shifting whatsoever. They're just, you know, sitting here cruising. And I'm sitting out here playing Street Rossi because I get to, you know, work my way through the gears. I get to have a lot of fun. I get the feeling of riding a bike fast, even though I'm only going 50 miles an hour. There really is something to the notion of it's better to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. You know, I am just sitting here having a ball of a time. I really am. I'm ringing the bike out. I'm banging through the gears. I'm doing all of this stuff that makes me feel like I'm so much faster than I am, because I'm doing stuff out here while I'm riding. You know, things are happening. Whereas on a bigger bike, you kind of don't need to. When I do this on my VFR, and I swear to God I'm going to stop bringing it up, because I know you guys probably don't want to hear about it. But, you know, when I'm doing this stuff on my VFR, I just sit in third gear and just let the bike do its thing. But I get to shift all over the place. I get to ring the bike all the way out. You know, it's such a ball riding this little bike. It really is. And it gives me a nice appreciation for riding that you might not get on a bigger bike, you know? I felt like I was doing a lot of work out there. I felt like I was part of the bike, working together. And sometimes on a bigger bike, you don't get to do that because you can't just ring it out on the street. Oh boy, it's a Camaro meetup out here. 1 Camaro, 2 Camaro, 3 Camaro Ford. And we got every color of the Camaro rainbow here. Alright guys, so we just got done with our group ride here. You can see all of our bikes are parked. A couple of them are back there outside of our barbecue joint of choice for today. But before I went inside and signed off, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Ninja. Yeah, I tell you, it was a great time to have out there. And whoever wins this bike is going to get an amazing, amazing little ride. I'm going to say something that's a little controversial, but I really do think that after today, this is my favorite of the 3 giveaway bikes. It really is. However, it's not perfect. I did notice a couple of things spending some time on it. This plate right here, because it's bolted into the frame and right by the engine, if you put your foot on it, let's get a little bit squared up. If you put your foot on there, it really does get very buzzy. That's kind of the nature of these kind of little parallel twins. Even bigger parallel twins, to be honest, have that kind of buzziness in the engine. And, you know, it really does kind of fatigue after a while. I noticed that this was touching my heel and, you know, it was really starting to vibrate. Same goes for the handlebars. It was getting a little bit buzzy on me, but you know what? I really am willing to look past all of that because it's just so much fun to ride. It was putting a big old smile on my face. It really is just that much fun to ride. It was putting a big old smile on my face, and you know, I really just want to do nothing more than go back out and ride it some more. I can't because not my bike, but if you want to win it, we are giving it away along with a Suzuki DRZ 400 and a CB 650R. If you want to win any of those bikes, go ahead and click the link in the description below. You'll be taken to the new website and you can sign up to win completely for free. And again, this bike and all the others are going to some very lucky people. So why not have it be you? In the meantime, I'm gonna go get some lunch and I'll catch you guys in the next one.